Fear not, God is with us. It's a great phrase, but how do we make it practical in our life? How do we say no to fear? Well, stick around. We have an encouraging word for you. Hi, my name is Josh Lyle. I'm a major in the Salvation Army here in Asbury Park. Thanks so much for joining us today. Well, I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I know that we did, and I hope the day was filled with joy and many great memories in your home as it was in ours. Well, today we're going to finish up our series called Fear Not, God is with us. What a great message for us at Christmas time to hear and be reminded that God is with us and we do not have to fear. Well, sometimes it's easier said than done, and we need a practical way for us to say no to fear and combat fear. And today we're going to talk about it. There's a little song, a chorus I remember growing up as a kid, and it just simply would say, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." One of the ways that we can combat fear is simply just by choosing joy. Now, telling people to have joy at Christmas time is a difficult task because, a lot of times we replace Christ at Christmas with busyness and stress and anxiety and worry and overspending and greed, and we become overwhelmed by the season. Well, simply finding joy at Christmas can also mean that when we are busy, we can also find stillness and quiet moments with the Father. And we can have stress and worry and anxiety, but we can also find peace. And we can be fearful with what life throws at us and still find strength and comfort in Jesus Christ. Have you ever noticed how much joy there is in the Christmas story? Joy has gone viral at Christmas time. The angel to Zechariah foretelling the birth of a son, John the Baptist. And the scripture says in Luke, he will be a joy to you, in Luke big 1, little 14. And then when Elizabeth and Mary, who are cousins, are visiting each other, the scripture says in Luke big 1 that as soon as the sound of your greeting reached my ears, the baby in my womb leapt for joy. And then the angel Gabriel appears to Mary, and it says in Luke big 1 again, the first words off his lips are a command, and it says, rejoice. And that word rejoice literally means, it's literally translated, be full of joy. And then Mary rejoices, and it says that my soul rejoices in the Lord, and my spirit rejoices. My soul glorifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices. And then Elizabeth's neighbors and her relatives, when the news is that she's with baby, they share her joy in Luke big 1 again. And then the shepherds, I love the shepherd story. The scripture that is given to them, it says, I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all people. And then, of course, the wise men, when they saw the star, they were filled with joy. Well, the month of December is focused on one event, and that is Christmas, and everything will become secondary while we celebrate Christmas. We mark our years by Christmases and where we were, and the presents that we gave, and the presents were received, and the Christmas cards that we display on your fridge throughout the year. It's the centerpiece of our history. Our calendar is dated from the reference point of Jesus Christ's birth. We're either AD or we're BC. And it is the good news of great joy, and that is that God is with us. And it's not just joy only at Christmas time. There are almost 250 Bible verses with joy mentioned, and another 150 pertaining to the word rejoice. There are 400 total references to being joyful and rejoicing in the Bible. It must be an important context for us. It must be an important word, an important phrase for us to capture if it gets that much space in the Holy Bible. Well, what is the joy? And the joy is that God is with us. He is Emmanuel, and it's great news, and it's for all people, and it's for each and every one of us. We're the all people. And so we need to take hold of that great joy. And so just simply, will we accept joy in our life? Will we choose joy? We can still be busy and still face stress and still face fear. But in those moments, we can have joy because the joy of the Lord is found in Jesus Christ. He can be our strength. And you know, the scripture tells us about two people in the Bible named Simeon and Anna. And they were in the temple and they were waiting for the Messiah. That they believed that they would see the Messiah before they had died. And sure enough, in their old age, baby Jesus, along with Mary and Joseph, came to the temple for the ritual of him being 8 years old and being presented to the priest. And they saw the Messiah. They knew him right away. And the scripture tells us that they were filled with joy, that now God is with us. They have seen the Messiah. Well, God is with each and every one of us, and we can have that relationship with him that can bring joy in our fear. So how do we combat fear? How do we fear not? Well, just simply, let's accept that God is with us, and we can be joyful because of that. I hope you had a great Christmas season. I hope that you found moments in your busyness and in the stress and in the fear to be joyful with the Lord your God.